Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Do you guys want to see how to install an outside security light like this one? Of course you do, silly question. So in this video I'm going to show you how to install a security light just like this one. And the best bit about it is anyone who's watching this video will be able to fit one by themselves by the time they finished watching. So let's jump straight into it and start installing our light. The first thing we'll do is isolate the circuit that we're going to be working on. Before we do any work on any electrical circuits, make sure you make them safe and isolate the circuit. And only take on this job if you're confident and competent at basic electrical work. If you're not, do give an electrician a call. First of all, before we do any wiring, we're going to mount the light onto the wall in a place that we want the PIR sensor to pick up a potential intruder. So now you need to identify on your wall where you want to mount the light, and then we'll go ahead and mark the mounting holes. When choosing the location for the light, make sure you leave about 100 mil above the light to place a weatherproof junction box. Once you've marked where your brackets need to go ahead and drill on the marks that you've made, and we'll be using 6mm wall plugs to fix the bracket to the wall. Remove the bracket from the back of the light because that'll make it a lot easier to screw the bracket to the wall first and then fix the light back onto the bracket. Now go ahead and fix the light back onto the bracket. So once your light is fixed to the wall, don't worry about the PIR angle at the moment. We'll come back and adjust all that a bit later on. But now we can start wiring the light up. And the first thing we need to do is use an outdoor junction box like this one above our light to wire this piece of flex into. And we need to make sure we use a proper IP rated outdoor junction box. I'll put a link in the description where you can grab yourself one. Before we go any further, if you're not a subscriber already, hit subscribe down below because you're not going to want to miss out on all the great DIY content I've got to come throughout the rest of the year. And if the video helps you out today, don't forget to smash the like button for me. Well, don't literally smash the like button because this channel can't be held responsible for broken TVs. And hit the like button for me because that really helps this video reach and help more people like you on YouTube. Inside the weatherproof box, you'll see that you have a 20mm cutout, and that 20mm hole is the one that will bring the cable through to feed our light. In each four corners, you'll see these little cutouts, and we need to make a 4.5mm hole in the center of each one of those cutouts. In the bottom of your weatherproof junction box, you'll also see a cutout. We now need to drill out that cutout so that we can fit our weatherproof gland inside that hole. First of all, drill a pilot hole in the center, and then use a 20mm spade bit to take out the rest of that material. We now need to fit our weatherproof gland to our junction box. Again, there'll be a link in the description down below where you can grab yourself one. If we take a look at the gland, all we need to do is separate the lock nuts from the main body of the gland, but leave that seal inside there, and then place that into the hole that we've made on the junction box. Bring in our locking nut and lock the two parts of the gland together nice and tight on the bottom of the box. So we can now fix the box on the wall. Typically you'll fix these above the light, so we'll go ahead and put that between the light and the soffit, and we'll now make 4 marks so that we can fix the box to the wall, and we'll also make a center mark so we can put a drill bit through to feed the cable through to the inside of the garage. To make it easier for yourself, before you go ahead and drill any holes, take the light back off because that'll give yourself a lot more room to work. we're now going to be using a 6mm SDS bit on an SDS drill to make a pilot hole to then pass through a larger SDS bit through the brick. We'll now use a 16mm diameter SDS bit. Pass this 16mm SDS bit all the way through the brick to the other side. Make sure you drill away from the face that will be showing in case any brick is blown out the other side. And now drill the 4 6mm holes that we marked earlier for the screws to hold the box on the wall. Now go ahead and use 4 wall plugs in those 4 fixing holes. And now we're going to fix the box to the wall with 4 screws. And make sure you use a hand screwdriver for this and not an impact driver, because you could risk cracking the plastic on the box. Now we've got the weatherproof box installed on the wall, we can go ahead and install the gland onto this piece of flex. Grab hold of your piece of flex and slide the gland nut down over the piece of flex. And now insert the piece of flex through the body of the gland and pull the length of that cable through roughly for now. You can now go ahead and fix the light back onto the bracket. And now slide the gland nut up over the piece of flex onto the gland body. And we can then tighten up that gland nut, and the rubber seal is now tightened up onto the piece of flex, and it won't let any water into the box. So you'll need 1.5mm twin and earth for this job. Twin and earth means there's 3 conductors in here. There's an earth conductor, there's a live conductor, and there's a neutral conductor. We can now feed this piece of twin and earth through our weatherproof junction box and through the wall so that we can wire it up the other side. Pass that cable through the back of the box and through the wall, and leave yourself enough length to wire it up to the piece of flex. Come through to the other side and grab the end of that cable and pull through enough length to reach whatever power source you're going to be taking power from. As the light has a PIR, all we need to do is wire it into this switch spur, and that way if you do need to isolate the light, you can use a switch spur to isolate the light. Otherwise we can just leave that on and let the PIR on the bottom of the light control when that light comes on and off. And now we've got enough length here, we can cut off that piece of wire at the weatherproof junction box and go ahead and wire that end in. Grab yourself a pair of cutters and we can now cut that piece of twin and earth so that we can wire it into our weatherproof junction box. Now we've cut the length of twin and earth, we can strip off a few inches of the outer sheath to expose the live conductor, which is brown, the neutral conductor, which is blue, and the earth conductor, which is beer. But we're going to sleeve that with some earth sleeving in a moment. Now strip back around 1 centimetre of the sleeving on each of the conductors. We will now sleeve that earth conductor with a piece of earth sleeving. We can then trim down that piece of flex if it's too long, and again strip that back a couple of inches. If you want to grab a set of these really handy automatic strippers, I'll put a little link down below in the description where you can go and get some. We'll then use some Wago 221 connectors to connect the 2 cables together, and we can then place them cables in the box. So first of all, we'll connect the 2 earth wires together. So they're the green and yellow ones. We'll then connect the 2 neutral wires together, so they're the blue ones. And last of all, we'll connect our 2 live wires together. They're the 2 brown ones. You can see how handy them little Wago connectors are. They're much better than connector blocks. Again, if you want to grab yourself some, there's a little link in the description below where you can go and find them. Yeah. We can now feed the excess wire through the wall and push all of those wires into the weatherproof box. We can now screw the cover onto our weatherproof junction box. So that's the outside part of our light installed. We'll now go inside and wire it into our power feed. Before we do that, I just want to tell you a little bit about the new DIY Guys Patreon page. There's a link in the description below where you can go and check out the Patreon page if you want to help to support the channel. There's loads of great benefits over there, like the DIY Guys support group, where you can get all the support you need on any projects that you're doing at home. It's just like texting your mates. Go and check it out because they're really handy little benefits. So on the inside of the wall, once your cables are clipped in place, we'll then go ahead and wire the other end of our twin and earth into a power feed. So just take the faceplate off the switch spur first of all, then pull the faceplate forward so we can wire in our new piece of twin and earth. On a surface mounted box, we can just break a hole through the top of the box and then feed that cable down into the top of the switch spur. We can now go ahead and cut any excess off the twin and earth. Leave yourself enough to strip back the conductors and just strip back about 10 millimeters of sleeving, and then sleeve the earth wire with a piece of earth sleeving. And we can now go ahead and wire that into the back of the switch spur. So we'll now wire the other end of our twin and earth into the switch spur. First of all, we'll wire up our earth wire. Just undo one of your earth terminals and we can actually twist those two wires together and then put both of those earth wires back into the earth terminal and do up the terminal screw. So when using a switch spur, you will notice that you've got live load and live supply. We need to put the live wire into our live load terminal. So that's the brown wire into live load, and then you can go ahead and do up the terminal screw. Just give each wire a little pull to check that they're engaged properly in that terminal. Our neutral wire will go into the neutral load terminal. So that's the blue wire into the neutral load terminal, and then do up the terminal screw. And again, just give them a little pull to check that they're in properly. And that is all of the wires in place. We can now go ahead and push the faceplate back into the back box and do up the two screws on the faceplate. So once you've put the faceplate of the fuse spur back to the box, we can then go ahead and turn the power back on for the circuit that we've been working on, and then we can come to our fuse spur and give the light a test. And there we go, our light is now working. We can then go ahead and set our PIR so that it picks people up at the right distance and at the right angle. If you've enjoyed the video or it's helped you out, please make sure you smash the like button for me, because that really helps this video reach and help more people just like you on YouTube. And if you like DIY content and you like these kind of videos, then please hit that subscribe button for me, because you're not going to want to miss out on all the great things that I've got to come throughout the rest of 2022. And don't forget to check out the links below to all the tools and items that I used in this video. That's it from me. I'm the DIY guy, and I'll see you guys in the next one.